Now, one thing that I was actually praising the Kunkka pick, but thinking again, this Oracle boy, you just W whoever gets axed, and the Torn in the bow literally deals 0 damage. It's a stun, but that's about it.
That's true.
I'm thinking about it now. I don't like the Kunkka that much, but I mean, obviously you don't only pick it because of the combo. He's good in lane, but you're third picking the Kunkka, so there's more than a time for them to react to this pick. The Necrophos could even lane versus the Kunkka. Probably going to be off lane though, and they're saving their mid pick for last.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. Meanwhile, Necro comes out for the final pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I don't think the Kunkka is like ruined by that, but yeah, you got to admit it doesn't feel like an ideal situation now for the Kunkka, unless you can get that Doom off from the Oracle, but then you're using Doom on an Oracle, which is like, well,
exactly.
it's pretty good, but yeah, it's an awkward situation. Aachen now down to 40 seconds left on that reserve time, so have to start picking up their heroes soon. What can we expect coming out from them, do you think?
I think they're liking a position 4. We're going to find out if the Doom is... But yeah, they're liking that playmaking hero. The Brewmaster was actually banned by Aachen themselves.
Yeah, they might take the carry now. The Brew
If
is
they
very
do,
good versus the Abaddon as well, because they can purge off the shield, which is annoying. Yeah, they're going to put Pugna.
Okay. I like the Pugna. Pretty good versus Troll. We're going to have the W when he ults. Counter to the Necrophos.
You know?
Yeah.
Doom is going to be on the 4 position for Funnick.
Now I'm confused.
10 seconds.
It could be position 4 Doom with offlane Pugna. It could even be mid Pugna, depending on where they laned his Necrophos. But I like the Pugna versus Troll. You just send him to the offlane, just W. He's gonna be forced to use the X's to get CS. Always nice to force that man out.
Yeah, put as much pressure on the Troll as you can. If he gets a good start to the game, then he can just be an absolute terror. If he gets a good timing on his Diffusal Blade, or a Battle Fury, just starts farming up real fast.
Now final tribe. They're definitely liking a carry on the side of Aachen. So, by the way, I mean, the Kunkka, at least Easy Heaven's Halberd hero, so they do have another answer. The Troll, they're gonna take the Jug out. It's a hero that actually wasn't on the side of final tribe versus the Troll from Aachen, so not gonna have that matchup. I'm gonna have to find someone else, maybe a Terrorblade. I like the Terrorblade here. But Naga is open. There's a lot of better, I guess, quote unquote better carries. Morphling was banned, unfortunately, but there's Terrorblade, there's PL, there's Naga.
Seconds remaining.
All of them, okay-ish versus the Troll.
5 seconds remaining.
Since might be forced into a Battle Fury, or might be forced into an item that is too slow, that slows them down. Oh, they actually think that this next was metal. Take the Beastmaster out. And now, I don't mind the Naga here, but I don't think that's the... Aachen, they don't strike me as a Naga team. I think they're going to...
No, it feels a little bit slow for them, doesn't it? These are a snowball team. They like to find their aggression. They like to find their footing in the mid-game. I don't think Naga really fits into that. I think from them, we're going to see an Ursa. Oh! Well, kind of a mid-game hero. Really good versus the Necrophos and can blink away from the Troll Warlord, which saw his Night Provider don't get rooted. They don't have a ton of lockdown either with the Oracle and the Tiny. They've got like the kind of instant catch, but yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, and the Anti-Mage actually, doesn't care about the Tiny burst damage that much. The Tiny doesn't, it's all magic damage. So unlikely that he dies for it, unlike other carries. I think there was a game we were casting where the Tiny and the Darkseer were just like killing a Jug by themselves because they had that Helm of the Dominator creep. And it's also a great hero versus offlane Necrophos. So now Final Tribe might be forced into sending the Necrophos middle and picking another offlaner. It's actually really, really good versus Necrophos.
Yeah, that's true. It's really enjoys playing this. And they've kind of countered the Necro in basically every lane except for the Kunkka's lane. So as long as they can lane this up properly, then it should be a pretty good time for Aachen, depending on this final pick. I feel like a lot rides on this from the Final Tribe.
Yeah. What could they do here? They could Brewmaster and Beastmaster. I really like these, and they even banned the Beastmaster, right? They're like, okay, the Zekphos could be metal, but we're just gonna make sure that there is no way that he is off lane, and they even took that Beastmaster out. So There's not a lot of offlaners available here. I guess you could center, but there's Kunkka, so the Stampede has way less value than normal. You're gonna go for a Monkey King. Okay, they're gonna just leave the Nacthos to suffer in that lane.
Alrighty, that will be the final pick then. Chessie Monkey King is gonna be the play. Not too fantastic versus anti-mage is my only problem here. You can just blink out of that Wukong, so I guess they're just trying to out-tempo, which strikes me as strange from the final tribe, because they're usually a team which ends up in the late game. You know, last game they felt really, really kind of static and uninspired to really go for any action. I think I prefer Aachen City quite significantly in this draft.
Yeah, me too. That being said, though, it is a Monkey King versus Kunkka lane, so Chessie might snowball pretty hard from that. That's one of the problems of third picking here like Kunkka, but at the same time, DM was the guy that won against the Razor, so maybe he can do this.
Maybe he can pull it out the back. I don't know. Let's find out. Game number 2 of Aachen City Esports versus the final tribe coming right up. And based on the draft, we're a little bit Aachen City Esports favored, but we still think there's plenty of Dota to be played to find out who's going to come ahead in this series. I think a game 3 between these two teams could be pretty hype. I don't really feel like I want to see any of them really going home.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But since we're talking about sad things, first of all, this is not sad. The X-Racer is sponsoring this, so if you don't have anything to do, go buy your own chair. But second of all, if you had to choose in between playing Dota for the rest of your life without a chair or with those old mouses that have the little ball on,
Ooh, yeah, an optical mouse. I think I'd go without a chair and just get a standing desk.
That's true.
You get really fit.
Yeah,
maybe not really fit, but like you'd be healthier.
Yeah, that's a good solution. I like it. All right, so game 2, let's go.
Yes. Oh, good job, Funnick. Yeah, he dug up a chest carrying the drums of war.
Yeah. Nice.
Good stuff, good stuff. Pro player luck, no problem.
Jinx by Gaben. I mean, not Jinx, but like, is Jinx necessarily a bad thing, or can you like Jinx positively?
I think Jinx is like a curse. Yeah, it comes from like voodooism and stuff. So it's definitely like its background is a bad things, but who knows?
Okay. Oh, Kunkka. Hello.
Kunkka. Oh, Kunkka. Kunkka, you got another one of these fortunes then. Doesn't for a little bit, trying to make it back to his side of the river. Your V-Tune casually walks past, says, "Hey, look, an observer ward. I'll take that. Thank you very much." V-Tune getting nice and chonky already.
That's actually fine. A Kunkka can just walk to the fountain. He might be ready for the block. Actually, even brings himself a Quelling Blade. Oh, he eats the Tango.
That's gonna mean a slow start to his lane.
Mm-hmm.
Down the bottom, Hanskin getting some information here, seeing the anti-mage, seeing Hnar, and says, "Okay, we know your lane. We know how you're doing this." As Frost and Nira make their way around as well. They're very aggressively positioned right now, but they know no one's going to be behind them, sneaking up those bounty runes. So it is actually going to be 2 apiece. Final tribe, grabbing both of the runes down here, and that's going to be 50-50 on the runes. Nothing crazy to start the game off, but there's also 4 heroes at mid right now.
They're gonna swap up the lanes here. They want the Necrophos. The Pugna versus the Troll, which definitely seems like the right option.
Chessie getting started in this mid lane versus the Kunkka, automatically going into that aggressive stance, just pushing the Kunkka back, trying to take all the farm for himself, though. Does manage to miss up 2 CS in a row, but there we go. Managed to get a good one in, and just continues to zone DM. That's basically going to be the Monkey King's plan for the entire game. Just keep on getting these Jingu hits off him and forcing the Kunkka to trade badly.
Mm-hmm. And great start here from Final Tribe. They blocked the safe lane camp, and now the lane is pushing. That Pugna is already in a pretty scary position here. Yes, level 1, you don't fear that much, but they actually gave level 2 to the Doom because the Pugna was walking. So he might have good potential, actually.
Hero blocked the hard camp as well. It's going to force LeBron all the way down to this camp over here. That's a really nice little play. Just something simple you can do to counter these annoying 4-position Dooms.
Yeah, that's true. He actually doesn't get the Muggle. He's actually looking for the better creep. We'll find a Tomato. I guess that's the best one he's going to get.
Well, it's something. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, DM is really getting it handed to him right now. 5-5 is Chessie, and 1-0 is DM. So this is going real bad. He's managed to get a sneaky one there with the Tidebringer through Chessie. You want up in the top lane. Oh, Torrent comes out. Not a big deal. Yeah, in the top lane, V-Tune just being constantly healed up. So whilst there's a lot of consistent damage coming out from Hanskin and Jibbe, it's just going to be the Abaddon constantly healing up V-Tune and trying to give him the best lane as possible. Easy deny, back in 5 seconds. Definitely balanced.
Yeah, that is going to be changed, I think, in one way or another. Now, the good thing about this lane is that the tiny, the usual way you harass is just have a toss, but since the anti-mage can drain your mana, he cannot do that well. And look at your Arbavin, and that's exactly what wins in the lane versus the Necros. You just run him down, and there's like no counterplay.
Especially with the Chessie finding first blood as well. So currently 4-0 on the Kunkka, 9-6 plus first blood on Chessie. He is having a whale of a time in this middle lane. And yeah, as you were saying about this this top lane, when you have this Abaddon, you already know that you're not getting any disables, you're not getting any slows. Abaddon's not going to do anything in your lane. He's just a miscoil and a shield machine. So getting these value items like the Orb of Venom just to slow people down, you know, just give you some kind of control to get more hits in and control up the lane a little bit. Really effective. I think you can see V-Tune is getting so much work done with this up here already. He's having a great time. 11-1, now 12-1.
And he has to, because that mid lane is a disaster. I mean, they expected it to be a disaster because, of course, they picked this Kunkka third. So they need to compensate this in both bottom and top. Pugna actually not farming that well, but it's all about the levels here.
Yeah, all about the levels and just trying to zone out Frost as much as possible, which they've kind of failed to do so far. Frost's having a pretty nice time.
Yeah. The Doom, though, level 3. Actually having a pretty good game here. The problem is the Oracle really nullifies most of what you want to do, right? You can dispel the Infernal Blade DOT damage. You can just play around the Doom pretty well.
Just once again, I mean, DM just trying to get some jungle creeps. Might go for the stack. No, he just wants to try and come back into lane and get what he can out of it. But 8-1 right now. Bottom. Oh, Frost dropping low to the fire. Does throw the axe onto LeBron just to slow him down. Funnick still chasing, but won't find anything. Frost doesn't have a salve though. Nero doesn't have one to give him either, so he might have to heal him up with some purifying flames here.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to tango, to branch tango the thing. Frost? Oh, there's a courier coming. There's a salve. Okay. Alright, so even though V-Tune is farming well, it's not like they're stopping Necros from farming, right? He's actually pretty much tied up in terms of CS.
Yeah, that's really surprising, but I mean that's the Abaddon effect, you know. This hero can't zone people, so V-Tune's doing okay, but nothing compared to Chessie in the mid lane as he's continuing to be super aggressive onto DM here, just to attack him under his own tower, even messing up the range creep last hit. Should be able to get this one melee creep at least. Oh, there you go. Bit of money as deny up happens up in the top lane. Arcanart just throwing his life away for the greater good, which is anti-mage. This guy's just got so many heals. He's got Ring of Health plus an Abaddon. Like, the money coming out onto him is absolutely insane. Anskin trying to go for the bounty rune. Should be able to grab this one as he tosses Arcanart up into the air. And we'll go for the other one, which means 3 bounty runes for Final Tribe.
Nice. This mid lane is so scary. Level 6 Monkey King versus level 4 Kunkka. How do you stay here?
Down the bottom lane, they get a cheeky pick off onto LeBron. Frost and Era are just going to town here. It's looking good across the board from the Final Tribe. My worry is, will they be able to finish the game versus an anti-mage quickly enough?
Bottom?
Yeah, I find it getting pretty low, but he's going to get himself out okay.
Alright. Yeah, that anti-mage, you know, pretty good hero here. I think that now that the troll doesn't bash anymore, has that as there, you can still actually fight the troll pretty well. And Battle Trance costs a lot of mana, so the anti-mage could be a response. You know, troll has very little mana, very shitty intelligence gain, so there might be a chance here for the anti-mage to out-carry him.
Yeah, and V-Tune, you cannot doubt this man's anti-mage. He is absolutely fantastic on this hero. In the Epicenter qualifiers, he had a win and a loss, but even in his loss versus NIP, he still managed to go pretty insane and got 13 kills and over 700 GPM, but NIP were just able to beat him out in the late game still.
Oh. Nice. Looks like they did swap the lanes here. The Pugna now laning versus because the Kunkka can't, but the Kunkka is like jungling. This is, I guess they are giving some levels to the Doom, but this is not looking good. You know, it just feels like all of the chips are on this anti-mage.
Yeah, they're really putting a lot into Vici right now. And right now, he's when it comes to CS at least, he's the lowest down. When it comes to net worth, he's also below every single player on the side of, well, every single core on the side of Final Tribes. He's continuing to run down Jibby here, looking for a kill, but Chessie comes in from behind. Hanskin actually dies to LeBron behind the tower, and Chessie's coming forward. He's got the Boundless Strike. V-Tune in some trouble. 4 seconds left on that blink. If Chessie can find the right click, he's going to die, and he will find it. Now he just looks to Eckenhard as well. Eckenhard comes over and for some reason taps him on the shoulder, and he's just going to die to the Heartstopper. LeBron as well should also be falling. Now there's a Primal Spring, a couple of right clicks. Chessie gets a double kill, leading to 3 kills up here in the top lane. This Monkey King is getting out of control.
All right, I declare this laning stage officially a disaster. 4,000 gold for Final Tribe at 7 minutes.
Yikes.
That anti-mage is not having fun.
This is looking like absolute chaos.
Oof. And now the Monkey King, like he knows he could be middle farming, but he understands that the anti-mage is the win condition on the side of Aachen, and he actually rotates himself top just to be sure he cannot farm here. Anti-mage is not in a stage where he can jungle as well, so he's gonna have just watch the Monkey King being lane and not get any CS. All right, so the Kunkka did get level 6. That is one here they can play around now. I guess Necrophos is a pretty easy pick-off. The Troll doesn't have battle trance, but we'll get one pretty soon. So I guess the Necrophos is the hero you should be trying to kill. Probably the easiest one with the highest payoff.
Yeah, it would be a very big opportunity, even if the anti-mage comes in once he gets level 6 as well, just to blow him up.
Exactly. Yeah, in terms of levels here, not going that good, but the Doom is about to get level 6 in. That's another thing that they want to utilize to, start creating more space for V-Tune. Just forcing the Monkey King out of the top lane. Chessie.
Yes, he's chasing again here, but there's other heroes coming in. This might be a little bit too greedy. They're looking at him into the trees here. He's got himself into the situation. Now he needs to get himself out. But the constant tick damage coming through from the Scorched Earth. Chessie's got nowhere to go. He's trying to turn this one around here, but he's just going to get dropped. Gets 1 kill before he dies. So that's LeBron taking a kill onto Chessie, and that's going to get him his level 6 on the Doom as well.
All right.
Yeah. Not too sure about that one.
Yeah, he was diving in a bad one, you don't really have to do that. Now with Doom, I think they might be ready to even kill the Troll, because if they have the Doom battle chance, it's not going to be popped. Let's see if they have any plans here. Urn's going to be up for Doom, so I guess he wants the Urn first. Then when he gets that sure kill, he can utilize the Urn for more kills.
Absolutely. V-Tune just trying to play around a little bit with Jibby in the middle lane. Chessie TP himself in as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Chessie brought back to earth a little bit by that last rotation. Did not work too well. I mean, Frost is going to take this bottom tower as well, so it's not even like Chessie's the only one having a great time.
No, yeah, it's still pretty good for Final Tribe, even after the Monkey guy.
They know which trees he's on. Can they hit it in time? No, they can't. There comes the Wukong's down. They get the Doom off in time, but it doesn't matter. He's already dead. And actually, did he get the Doom off? I don't think he did. Nobody's doomed.
Nope.
That's getting dropped as well. They're still trying to fight into this one. Should be happy to take to the front lines right now. He's really not scared of the damage which they have on the side of Aachen. So gets X marks. Okay, well, that's going to be the combo you talked about before. Helping him out with a Fate Edict. Shibby takes no damage from it. Actually heals himself back up to full. Continuing to still on the front lines. Chessie as well, having a salve onto himself.
Yeah, that's... I actually really like the Necrophos skill build. You don't see mana boot that early on Necrophos usually, but it's so good versus anti-mage, right? You just want to make sure you don't have a lot of mana left for him to kill you. So I'm a big fan of this. Either these or some sort of magic resistance. Oh, Doom is there.
Yeah, X marks onto him, so he's only going to be able to eat the back catapult and then be dropped back, but he's actually in a bit of a good position to maybe get a Doom off. But Hanskin just tosses him away and into the jaws of Frost here, as the damage will be more than enough to bring him down. Chessie comes jumping through, no more threat of a Doom to hold him back, but he will force him out under the tier 2 towers, but they can just look towards this tier 1 at mid. This is looking like an absolute spanking. Aachen, they've got their trousers around their ankles, and Final Tribe are just coming in and...
Yeah, this is looking pretty rough. The anti-mage, he did go for treads, it looks like, so it's gonna take a while for that battlefield to be done.
Anti-mage went what?
Wait, what?
I thought you said anti-mage went for travels.
Oh no, treads. Sorry.
Treads. Oh, okay. Sorry, misheard you. Yeah, a long way off. I mean, The average for Battle Fury timings for anti-mages in this patch is 15 minutes and 50 seconds. Something tells me we might not be reaching that this game. Maybe if they let him farm, you might get there.
Yeah, I guess if he farms a lot and gets a couple of kills on that Necrophos, that seems unlikely. And you know, the problem is they got the very early level 6 on this Doom. Okay, they actually did get a kill finally.
Yeah,
No Doom committed, but it's been like 4 minutes since he's level 6. Yet used the Doom because every time he shows up, it's kind of awkward, right? He died there against the Monkey King, got tossed back in the other fight. He needs to start finding the right engagements here. They do have a smoke. I wonder if they're gonna try and go for it. Looks like nope. Oh, Tiny doesn't have a hero to toss anyone.
Might just go for the solo here, but I don't think he's got enough damage. Would certainly die if he did go for that.
Looks like Funny going for the Aderlands.
He's going to go for it. Avalanche in. Toss back to the creep, though not into range of his friends, but they are coming in quickly. And there's Rupert Side's going to put an end to Funnick shenanigans. LeBron comes in, still threatening with that Doom, but not actually using it just yet.
Yeah, once False Promise is up, pretty hard to just kill someone like that. They have to be sure that someone else, the Oracle is showing somewhere else, and they're actually roaching right now.
Yeah, the Troll Warlord.
This is pretty bad.
13-minute Roshan. And getting this Rosh down would probably finish the Monkey King's Echo Saber.
And you know, we were talking about Aachen actually being a team that likes to snowball and play early. The Troll's going for the Bloods. I really like his build. I think if they can get these early ages, they are in a great spot to get an early lane of barracks.
Yeah, very possibly, very possibly. And there's not much I can do when it comes to high ground defense. They're mostly melee heroes except for the Pugna. I think if you jump this Pugna, then attacking high ground becomes really, really easy.
Yeah, and also not that big of a fan of the Pugna skill build here. Like, I think you should have a Pointing Nether Ward at this stage. He's probably going to get one at 9, but so good. You have an Oracle, you have the Necrophos. Like, you don't get that much from another Pointing Decrepify. I guess it's decent versus the Troll, but it doesn't increase the duration, only decreases the cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, I always find Nether Ward level 1 though does very, very little.
Yeah, it's still against 2 counters.
Ekanat being run down by Frost. Meanwhile, LeBron also being killed. And we're going to get both these kills. Final Tribe just putting so much pressure onto Aachen. I can't help but feel Aachen have kind of fallen today. Yesterday, they looked really good. Today, I didn't see the game versus Alliance, but this game, they are just not looking like the same team we saw yesterday. Or in the Epicenter qualifiers either.
Yeah, and it's not even like I think they're playing bad, but they're drafts, right? This third pick Kanka then just gets demolished mid. Obviously, is available. They're gonna play it. We also saw what was the other game? They had this weird. The last game they had this weird pick, but I forgot. Oh yeah, the Troll without banning Razor. Just a little dubious.
Yeah, a couple of maybe. I don't want to say rookie drafting mistakes, but maybe overconfidence from the side of Aachen to let those heroes through and expect they can deal with encounters. And that's going to be 4 runes for Final Tribe as well at 15 minutes, so just extenuating their lead. Nearly up to 10k gold advantage now. I'm surprised that Aachen haven't even tried to make a single. Maybe they can smoke up, maybe they can look for some pickoffs, or maybe they just try and keep farming and use the very little space they're getting from Final Tribe right now to try and turn this game around.
Yeah, the Battle Fury is about to get done, so that's pretty good.
Okay.
And the only hero that they have that can actually hunt the Anti-Mage for now is the Monkey King. There's no blink on the Tiny. So we might see some quick cutting being possible, and I think it's actually very necessary. But they're already going bottom here. I don't think they're going to be able to creep cut bottom, especially because there is a siege creep. So
we've just passed the Anti-Mage's average Battle Fury timing for this patch, but of course when you're on the losing team and your leg was pressured pretty hard, I think it's fine. He just picks it up basically on average, we'll say. We'll be generous.
Alright, another tier 2 falling here. The last one on the side of Aachen.
Yeah, all outer towers gone, and this is going to push them up to 11k gold. Up onto the high ground with this siege creeper. I'm not surprised. Here they go. Torrent's going to come out. 1 point in Nether Ward. 2 points actually in Nether Ward now. It's going to come out from the Pugness, try and just force them back, drain their mana a little bit even. But they're still pretty fine.
Alright. Oh.
There's next marks coming down onto Chessie here, but the magic immunity. Doom is threatened, but not actually used. They don't want to use it on the Aegis target. They're much rather getting on the Troll Warlord here. LeBron can use it on whoever he wants, by the way. Look at the damage coming out actually from this Nether Ward onto the Tiny. Once again, the magic immunity coming in. Era just healing up the Troll as much as he can. That's the thing, like, if you Doom someone, they're just going to get False Promise. Like, it's not going to do anything.
I'm so surprised that the Anti-Mage is only going to cut the wave now. Like, he had so much time to do it. And actually, he only sends the illusions. Because the heroes from Final Trap are not showing, but I think he had to cut the waves here. He took so much building damage. Huh?
Nearly gone. 119 HP left on that tower.
Alright, so, I mean, they are buying time, and that's what they have to do. Still, though, Anti-Mage doesn't even have to go for the Yasha yet. No near that Manta.
That's going to be a slow one for V-Tune, no doubt. Shadowblade picked up on the Kunkka. That could be something to defend the high ground a little bit easier with. You know, the Shadowblades with the Tidebringer hits. It's going to help clear out these creep waves. But they see him here. Ooh, that's very close to just being able to get the cheeky pick off.
Yeah, if you could get it. I don't think you can... Oh, they're going to glyph. Nice.
Keeping those creeps alive, really important they do that. Up onto the high ground now, Funnick just supping away that magic. Hanskin comes in, trying to get the toss back, does manage to do so. Pugner in a horrible position right now as a Reaper's Scythe comes down and clears Funnick and Twain. LeBron, he's hanging out with his Doom, still has it, but he can't use it. There's just nothing he can do. The Doom can't get into the fight. If he wants to use it on anybody, he has to go and get Oracle on the backlines, which just sounds a bit poopy.
Yeah, the Anti-Mage did cut the wave this time, but they didn't have glyph. They couldn't buy enough time for Vector protection, so nicely done by the Anti-Mage, but just not enough. They are too far behind.
Aegis now timing out at 18 minutes 45, but it's a really good situation for Aachen, for Final Tribe to be in right now. V-Tune, he's getting relatively unpunished for what he's doing. I mean, we've talked about the lack of catch they have on Final Tribe. There's not a single hero who can come back and punish this Anti-Mage, so if they wanted to kill him, they got to go as like 5, but right now they're just pressuring the rest of the team, and this is absolutely fine. If they keep getting buildings and objectives like this, then they are absolutely free to go ahead and do this, but there's a lot of split push coming in. LeBron's pushing down bottom. Ekanat does die.
Right.
But if they just push through mid and go for bottom, I don't think that's the problem either.
Yeah, he's gonna cut the wave. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this is nice. This is how they need to play for the next like 20 minutes if they want to win.
Exactly. We're gonna
Get
need
used
a
to
lot.
it, boys.
But yeah, I like it. You know, have to use the fact that they don't have that much catch. They did finish the Blink Dagger on the Tiny, so you know the Kunkka might be in danger. The Anti-Mage not that much. And looks like the Kunkka is going for that Heaven's Halberd. Gonna be pretty useful versus to throw in the Monkey King.
Yeah, if he can get there. If the game doesn't end beforehand, they're already missing a one barracks. LeBron hiding out in the trees here. Would be good if he could cut one of these waves. I don't think he gets this one, but the next one that comes, he can certainly try and find. Meanwhile, bounty runes. Hanskin gonna get 2 at bottom, but it looks like Anti-Mage will be able to pick up 2 at top as well. So again, just a little bit more gold trickling into the Aachen City side to help them come back into this one. Meanwhile, Chessie kills DM in the middle lane. That was Hanskin and Chessie going to work here in the mid.
Okay, he does have buyback, and the Kunkka, I'm sorry, the Doom is doing exactly what you said. Cutting that wave, but there's a lot of creeps. I think there's enough creeps for them to push. They don't have glyph on the dire side, so I'm wondering if they just bolt this creep wave and try to clear it up.
I would have really liked to see LeBron actually come in through the back here and try and get a sneaky Doom off onto Era. They actually just go straight in and blow up LeBron. LeBron tossed out of position by Hanskin. That was scary. That's the blink reveal right there as DM coming into the front lines as well. This Netherward side to get to a bit of work. Not really doing enough to force them back though as the tower's just being hit down. Frost and those tries to get up. Another toss back. This time they've got DM. The Pirate's out of position. The Reaper's side comes down and that is DM gone for 100 seconds at 21 seconds into the game. 21 minutes into the game. Goodness gracious. They get the Doom off onto the Oracle, but Doom is going to play very quickly with his life. The Oracle actually managed to get the 8 onto himself in time. Meanwhile, Funnick is brought down, and they kill Ekanat as well. Bowie, I think this game is over.
It is. They did cut the wave. The backdoor protection actually about to kick in, I think, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's dead.
There it is. There it is. A very disappointing exit from this tournament qualifiers for Aachen City Esports Club. I look forward to seeing them more from the future, but today was certainly not their day. Good game, well played, good luck further, says LeBron, and a gracious exit. But yeah, congratulations to the final tribe. They'll be making it through to the lower bracket finals.
All right. Looks like final tribe, they will have another shot at fighting either NIP or Alliance. I'm not sure if the series is already over. But that's the next game in casting, right? It's final tribe versus whoever loses.
Not over here. No, that's the end of it for us. That will be over on Beyond the Summit 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're all done for that. There's only one more game left in the day, so yeah, that'll go over onto the mainstream. So yeah, we're out after this one. But I just want to talk about that game and that series a little bit more because we've seen such better things from Aachen. I felt that looked so normal for Aachen.
Yeah, it was. I really don't want to harp on their gaming too much because I think they did everything that they could have done. They tried to creep skip in terms of lanes. I guess maybe you could have tried to lane the Pugna versus the Monkey King. But as we talked about the last time, I think there was one game where they safe laned the Kunkka and they lost. So maybe after doing that once, they felt like, just try and win versus the Monkey King. Didn't work. I really think that the draft in both games actually was a problem. I think they played pretty well considering the situation, but it was just a pretty good plan by Final Tribe. Instead of going for the Diffusal Blade or Manta, whatever, just get Vlads, group up, get Aegis, win the game, and they did it pretty well and pretty fast. And they ended up with a meme score.
Oh, we've got a dank meme score. I'm very into that.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, that signals one thing. I know what Aachen City are about to go off and do to console themselves on their losses. Final Tribe, not yet, guys. You got to wait until the next series is over. Alliance versus who's that team they're playing against? NIP is currently going on, and it's looking like Alliance are a little bit ahead in game number 2. So plenty of Dota to be had over there. Lots more Dota to come over on the mainstream. For us, that is going to be it, though. Congratulations, Final Tribes. They make it through to the final and the lower brackets. Only one more series before they can possibly get to the minor, but they have to play the loser of Alliance versus NIP. So everything on the line for them right now. From me and Bowie, it is going to be goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the cast the last few days. We certainly did. And of course, me and with Mo Farah doing CIS before then. Of course, if you see me around, you can always give me a heads up. I'm always looking at the chat, especially in between the games and such. So I always try and message you guys back. And of course, throw us a follow on Twitter as well, both of us. My Twitter is @NomadCast. His is @D2Bowie. We'll put them in the chat. And we'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, thanks for StarLadder for putting on this qualifiers and inviting us to cast it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you guys for following us. And thanks for DX Racer for sponsoring this event.
Always thank you. Our gracious overlords, DX Racer. Yeah.
All right.
The perfect way to sign off. All right. Goodbye, everybody.